is Cubs Radio.
Cubs Radio.
Comedy radio show also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. So call Two Eagles Auto Body and ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527. The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is brought to you by the Roslyn Social, North Shore's premier rooftop lounge, located in the heart of Roslyn Village at 1363 Old Northern Boulevard. Give them a call, 516-801-4963, and say hi to Nick. Fantastic food, great atmosphere, just a great time all around.
Okay. Okay, we'll just do that for now.
How do you say there, people? It's Johnny Brennan, creator of the Jerky Boys, also of Fox TV's Family Guy fame. I just want to let you know you're listening to Tony and Sallie on the Knockem Dead radio show. They're gonna keep knocking them dead, so keep listening, you wacky sons of bitch. Right there. Over and out there, sweet Charlie. Hey, how do you say there?
Hey, Tony, you're not funny, and you probably shit yourself a lot, and you're no fun to be with, and you don't make that much money, and you're not going anywhere in show business, and I hope you get hit by a bus, and...
3-2 to Mookie Wilson. Little roller up along first. Behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
Hello, Tony. Mookie Wilson here, 1986 Mets. How you doing? Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man, that Knockem Dead Comedy Radio, man. I miss you. I wish I was still up there, man. But I'll wait till it warm up a little bit, and hopefully this year things will be a little bit better, man. But when we're talking about comedy, hey, the early years of Mets was a lot to laugh about. You had to make a lot of comedy with those guys. Hey, hope to see you guys during the summer, and hopefully you'll get back on the show, man, at some point in time during the course of the year, all right? All right? Yeah, fine. Contact me, man. All right, Tony. Talk to you later.
Frightened and yet oddly aroused.
Hey, everyone.
Hi, everybody. You know,
Good morning.
Why don't I see it on YouTube? What happened here? Where'd it go? All right, I'll look for that in a second. Hi, everybody. Welcome. It is the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show coming at you live from the legendary Governors in Levittown, the place where you can see Lynn Coplitz this weekend. And, of course, also at the brokerage, you can see Mitch Fattel this weekend. And you can see at the brokerage as well, Eddie Brill is playing the brokerage this weekend. Eddie Brill, a legend in the comedy scene.
Yes, he is.
I contacted him. I was hoping to get him in here maybe Friday during the day to talk to him.
Eddie was on the Tonight Show a few times, right?
Well, he became.
I thought you were going to like introduce Frank.
Well,
so
I was going to,
on.
but he asked a question.
I know, but I don't have the camera on him because I like that dun 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 dun.
Oh, all right, ladies and gentlemen, Frank Vial is here, ladies and gentlemen.
There
Frank
we
is
go.
here. It would, I would say it's been a while and it's good to see you.
Likewise, but it's not good to see me.
No, it is.
All right.
But it's not like we haven't seen you because of that damn Whites in Luxembourg
The
commercial.
Whites in Luxembourg commercial.
I love you,
Yes.
pal, but I'm
Thank
fucking
you.
sick of that damn commercial. Although you're probably laughing all the way to the bank.
No. It's not about laughing to the bank.
Yes,
It's
it
a lot
is.
of exposure. No, actually, it's not a residual commercial.
Oh, really?
It was a one-time payout.
Come on.
Yep. It was a.
Did you know it was gonna be like playing in
I did
between
not.
every half inning at
I
the
did
Mets?
not know that it was going to be playing as much as it is, and
need a
ironically,
lawyer.
I should get an entertainment lawyer. Ironically, I don't see it that much. People constantly telling me. One guy said he was in Aruba and he saw it.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, that's cool.
He wasn't referring to the porn that you've done?
Well, that could have been also in Aruba because
That's what
you
I'm.
can buy the movies
And that's where you
where I
know,
play a lawyer.
that's where they can find you, in the flesh.
Yes,
you
you,
know, taking care
scour
of
the
business.
internet. I'm sure you'll find a few things.
That's weird. I can't find.
Can't
You're
find
looking
on
for it, right?
YouTube?
You're scouring the internet looking for it.
Well, I like to put our show on the screen there and see comments, but I don't know what's going on. All right, let's see. Andrew Fremder's watching. Hello, Fremder. Beansy's watching. Kirsten is here. Elizabeth Batapede. All right, I'll just keep that there so I can see comments. All right. So yeah, it's like every half inning that commercial's on. You're not a Met fan, so you don't.
I'm not. No,
So you
I'm
don't see it
I'm a
then.
Yankee fan, though. So every once in a while, I tune into the Michael Kay show, and it'll pop up.
Oh, okay. All right.
And
Nice.
I'll see it sometimes on Channel 9 or 10, whatever it is, when I'm watching The King of Queens. It'll pop up
Okay.
there.
You are. I mean, you are all over the place.
I keep busy.
You're busy. You're not sleeping.
No, it's a lot
Holy
of smoke and
moly.
mirrors. A lot of smoke and mirrors.
You're. I mean, it seems like you're selling a house, or you're working on a car, or you're flying to Texas, or you're and plays and shows and parts, and you're always seems like every other day you're posting. I got this part, got that part.
I like to keep busy. Part of being in the retirement was the fact that I work as a real estate agent to supplement the pension, and but now I get to do what I want to do, and fortunately I get to do that. Acting, comedy, travel whenever we get a chance. It's a little hard to travel still with the kids, but
Yeah, sure.
and now of course they wanted a dog, and they being my wife and daughter, and my daughter who wanted a dog, 17 years old and already a liar, because she told me that she was going to watch and take care of this dog. And
Yeah, you
Oh, they
can't
never do.
ever.
No,
I'll
and I
feed it,
knew,
I'll
I
walk
knew,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
You have to
No.
go into it knowing that is never,
And I knew,
ever
but,
going to happen.
But, my wife was she was behind getting the dog as well. So I
Okay.
was.
Well,
I was
what kind of
gonna
dog did you get?
lose. A Rottweiler.
Oh,
wow.
nice.
Yeah, so,
you're a manly man.
It's a big
Well, you know what
dog.
they say: little feet, big dog, right?
Boy or girl?
It's a girl,
Good.
female, and her name's Leah. She's 8 months. She's a great dog. I mean, she's stubborn. She lives up to that stereotype of stubborn, thick-headed German. She is. She does exactly what she wants. So we have to train her a lot. But she's a good dog. She's got a great personality.
Good.
And that's something you do? You train the dog?
No. We, I work with the training. We'd sent her to conversion camp. I like to call
Ooh.
it conversion camp.
Did you
because
really?
It was,
You sent
it
her
was
to
it
like
was
a...
a 2 week.
Sounds like like one of the what's his name in Waco?
Yeah.
David. What was it? Koresh? Whatever. His name is.
I think so.
Something like that.
Yeah, it was a training, training down in Virginia with Best Friends Dog Training. If I give a shameless plug to my buddy,
Sure.
Frank Bonamo, Best Friends Dog Training. If your dog is on a leash, it's not trained.
Unruly?
What's that?
If your dog's unruly, do you go too, or
No.
they just
He
just
took
train the
him-
dog and then they bring the dog back and
Right.
you guys don't know what to do?
Well,
so
it's not that we don't know what to do,
still a mess.
because, but you're kind of right with that. So what ends up happening is I have a dog that listens very well to Frank Bonamo and
Yeah.
not so much to us.
Yeah, right, exactly. So Frank
so-
will be living with you.
So
Well,
we
get like a cutout of his face, and
Yeah.
everyone like scotch tape it to their forehead
Right.
and just walk around like like this.
So we, but we work with her. We've sent our previous dog to Frank. And we did in-house training then, and we go to a little obedience camp in the morning on Saturdays. They have a little hour class. So
Wow.
you work with the dog there, and they give you some instruction on how to handle a dog. So it's good. But she's listen, she's 8 months. She's probably 50, 60 pounds. I'm 200 and fat 10 pounds, and she pulls me off the steps like nobody's business.
No kidding, yeah?
Yeah.
That's funny.
She yanks and
I mean, a
she
lot of the
pulls-
stuff she'll just outgrow, but it's
Yeah.
a big dog to
Yeah, I don't know how
handle.
much bigger she's going to get because I believe she was the runt of the litter, and
Okay.
her mother was only 85 pounds.
Oh, good.
And the breeder said she's very much like her mother was when the mother was born. So, but,
Well,
a lot of energy.
That's great.
Frank Bonamo, is he a Long Island guy originally?
Yeah, originally Long Island. He's down in Virginia now, from Merrick.
okay.
So I grew up with him.
Because I know a Chris Bonamo who's from Hicksville, who's a cop and has works in the canine.
Yeah, no relation.
Oh, that's weird.
That I know of.
That's why I brought it
relation.
up because he works with dogs. So I thought maybe there'd be relation there. Wow, that's funny. Johnny Lambros is asking, who's the parole officer sitting with you? Frank Viala's here, man. Come on, Johnny. Stand-up comedian. And that too. You got a gig tomorrow night.
I do at the Bowie Bar.
Where's
Bowie
that?
Bar?
That's down in Point Lookout, and it's a nice little place. And they have
LaRocchia is with you?
No, John. Unfortunately, John had to cancel. He had scheduling conflict. He didn't realize. So I have Paul Bond is going to take his place. So it's myself, Donna Moran, Mike Keegan, and Paul Bond.
Oh, that's a good
So
lineup.
it'll be
Yeah,
a nice
that's a
show.
fun night.
It'll be a fun night.
Keegan's one of our favorites.
Yes,
man.
he's very good.
Paul Bond
fantastic.
was in here last week, so I got to see him. Like it's weird not seeing people for years. You know, with like COVID, it's always nice when people stop by.
Yeah, and
to
yeah,
see them.
Bond is he's nuts.
A little bit.
Yeah, he's just
A little
nuts.
bit. Yeah.
Are you? So you put this together? This show?
I did. You know, I went there for lunch a couple of weeks ago, and they were saying that I had never been there before. It was my first time there, and the waitress was saying that, or the hostess was saying that, they do bands and stuff on the weekends. Are going to be open all year round. And I said, would you be open to doing a comedy show? And they said we might. And a woman called me, and we put it together.
Yeah, that's
Now
great.
is this? And forgive me.
So now every other booker is going to go there now, and
Absolutely
you
right.
know.
Yes.
So,
Well, and that was right. That's where I was going. I didn't realize. Have you been booking?
I don't.
You don't
generally
only
book
do your
shows.
own. Right.
I tried booking them a while
pain in
back.
the ass.
It's a pain in the ass because most of the venues you go to a restaurant type place, they want to do a door deal, which means they have no incentive to sell tickets.
Right.
That's right.
And I don't like to do door deals. I rather do, this is my fee.
Mm-hmm.
You sell the tickets. You push it. It's
Right.
for your clients, your customers, you know. And then of course they always ask, well, how many people you bringing? I said, me and
Right.
3 other comedians and maybe my wife.
And then like a week before, they're like, "Oh, we haven't sold any
Yeah,
tickets,"
yeah.
and then you're like, "Oh, here we go."
But this looks like it's sold out.
Nice.
I went down there Sunday just to scope it out again, and they said it was pretty much sold out. So I don't know
great.
exactly how many people they're going to have in the room. I figured it's going to be somewhere between 50 and 80.
Oh,
depending
that's
on how they
nice.
set the room
That's
up.
Yeah,
So
that's a
it'll be
good
nice.
set. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's $80, open bar.
Wow.
I think it's
Open bar. Wow.
and dinner.
Right. So that's a good deal,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's a good show. Wow.
It'll be a good show. It'll be a
That's,
good
and
time.
that's tomorrow night. Okay.
Yeah.
And do they have a sound system, or you got to bring that?
I happen to have a sound system. They don't
that's
have
right.
one.
You do have
Oh
that.
yeah,
I
you
remember
have a
that.
sound system.
Which is perfect for that size room because
Yes. Yeah. Wow, that's very nice. So you've been all over. And what other? I saw some pictures on your Facebook. Have you been doing some plays or something?
I did a 1-act play. It was called Little Pink Cakes.
Little
And-
what?
Little Pink Cakes.
Little Pink Cakes.
And I got to play a gay waiter.
Really?
Yes. And I've always wanted to play a waiter.
The gay stuff you had down
that's
already.
that's down pat.
It's just it's just a waiter.
So
part.
no, it was a lot of fun. That was written by Gina Scotter and directed.
wow.
Oh, you know
alright.
Gina? That's right.
Yeah,
we know Gina.
Gina's a sweetheart.
But
Why do I feel like Gina doesn't live here anymore? Did
yeah,
she
I think
move?
she moved. No.
She's about to. Yeah.
Oh.
Like 2 years ago, she was moving.
Maybe it was maybe
Yeah.
COVID. She stayed or something. I don't know. But
Yeah, I
that's
don't
her
know.
business?
I don't know. But I know she's moving because I sold her house. So,
Oh, nice.
Well, good for you. Maybe it
thank
took
you.
you 2 years to sell her.
No,
house.
it did not take me 2 years to sell the house.
Thanks a lot, Frank.
Please, that'll really.
We'll edit that part out.
Right. So that was written by Gina Scarter and directed by Maria Filippone. I don't know if you know her.
No, I don't know her.
Sweetheart of a lady. Good director. And,
But Gina's fantastic.
yeah.
Very funny stand-up, too.
Oh,
Very
excellent.
funny.
Yeah. And, well, we did that movie together, Midlife Conversations, which was a lot of fun.
Right. I did. I forgot about that.
So,
But yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah, I remember when because I was also directed and written by Maria Filippone, and she says, "Listen, Frank," she says, "I have an idea for a movie, and I really would like to cast you in it, but I just want to let you know, you got to kiss Gina." I said, "I'll do it." She goes, I didn't tell you anything about the movie. I said, "I'll do it. I'll do it." I mean,
You could have led with that.
Twist my arm.
So,
That's got to be tough.
so yeah, that was a lot of fun, and then
And I'm sure you asked for a lot of retakes on
oh,
that.
absolutely,
That
we
scene.
had to really. Work
I
that
wasn't
scene.
feeling it.
Yeah,
I'm not doing it right. Let me
Right,
try that
right.
again, Gina.
So
Yeah. And then just, I think Maria, it'd be better if I grabbed her chest.
right. We're a married
Goodness.
couple, so
Right. Well, what? It's
No, we didn't go that far.
Realism,
right.
No.
That's like Jackie Martling. He a few years ago he made a movie with Florence Henderson.
Oh,
And they had a kissing scene. It was supposed to be like
major.
well, yeah, it was supposed to be
kissing
kind of
scene.
like an outrageous kissing scene. So I mean,
to be funny, but it was like tongues were
yeah,
everywhere.
and he's got a hot dog, and he's like putting mustard on the hot dog, shoving it in her face, and
she's
this is the funniest freaking thing.
She's
I laughed
licking
my
mustard
ass
off his cheek, and it's like the funniest
I'll have to
thing.
dig
she's
it up
very
and listen.
funny.
Yeah.
She was
funny,
in an
yeah.
episode of The King. I love The King of Queens. So, she was in an episode of The King of Queens where she played Arthur's wife. She was hysterical.
Yeah.
She really was.
And it just to see them tonguing each other. Oh man, it's outrageous. So yeah, I would imagine it's kind of like the same thing. Like I get the kiss, Gina. Oh, that's tough.
Absolutely.
That's a tough.
Yeah,
life,
that was the toughest part of the.
I bet. Yeah. Very nice. So what else? What? You know, I want to ask you, what is going on here? You were in Facebook jail. What did you do? What did you do, Frank?
I didn't do anything.
You said something.
What I said.
Yeah.
Well, listen.
Who were you bullying?
I know I was not bullying anybody. Some woman, I'm friends with her. I'm not going to say her name. She was making a joke about getting nude photos.
Oh, like a dick pic.
Right.
Okay.
So I wrote, so it's okay to send nudes. Bam, right in jail.
Really?
Right in
No
jail.
way, really? And did you piss them off beforehand, or
Well,
they just
previously I quoted The King of Queens because that's another one that'll get you. You quote TV, they'll put you in.
Really?
There was an episode of The King of Queens where Doug goes into the Chinese restaurant.
Okay.
And the waiter, who's the guy at the counter, is Chinese, but he speaks with an English accent.
Okay.
So it takes Doug by surprise, Kevin James by surprise, and then at the end he comes out and he goes, all right, I'll chink it up for you. It's where and so I wrote, so someone quoted that and I said, oh yeah, I'll chink it up for you. Bam, right in jail.
Oh, because you said chink.
Because I said chink. What if I would have said chink in the armor?
Facebook just ended our feed.
Did they?
No.
But
Now the show's in jail.
he actually said that on the show.
Yeah.
I'll chink it up for you.
Yeah.
And why did? So he should have been in trouble.
No. It's on the TV show. He said it. Facebook's not going to put a TV.
No, I'm saying
No.
the TV show.
No,
like
listen.
he should have been. I'm surprised there weren't repercussions. Is what I'm saying.
I'm surprised too because
Yeah.
there's, like I said, I watch that show every day, all day, and there are a lot of things that they say that
right.
have gone, and it should be that way. There's nothing hurtful about what was being said. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But what are you gonna do?
Wow.
Everybody's
so,
woke.
So that's why you're in jail because you got a record. You had
Yeah.
this
Yes,
wasn't your first.
I looked
offense.
at my
There's a
I looked at my
prior-
rap sheet, if you will, and they're like
Prior rap sheet.
Do they actually do that? They send you like your list
You'll
of
look to
offenses.
see the list of offenses.
Oh, really?
and how far back they
Fantastic.
go. So apparently, in the last year, I had like 4 offenses. I don't even remember what they were, but
Tony got a warning once for bullying.
well,
occasionally you'll get a warning.
right.
Occasionally they'll give you a warning and say,
Yeah.
But no, I don't get warnings anymore. I go right to the.
They
clean.
just go
It's
right to it.
One of my closest friends who I've known since I was 2 years old.
They were
I
next
was-
door neighbors.
Right. And I said, I forget, I don't even remember what he posted, but somebody then posted about, they said something like, looking good, Bobby, and I, trust me, he's not looking good. And I don't even know the woman who commented this,
Right.
but I replied, trust me, he's not. She said, oh, no, he's very handsome. And I said, oh, no, he's very ugly. As soon as I hit, send or comment,
Yep.
whatever, boom, there it was. This
is a warning.
Yeah, this is a
for
warning
bullying.
for bullying.
I once got put in jail for something I said 3 years ago.
Oh yeah, that's happened on
They
the
said
show.
we found a comment.
We'll put like music on, or it'll be like certain like Led Zeppelin or something, and like 2 years later they'll like delete that show. We're like,
Right, because you don't have rights to the music.
Yeah.
This was a comment or something I made
From 3 years
3,
prior?
4 years ago. Yeah, and they're like, yeah, sorry, you're going to jail.
So you're on their radar.
you've such a record that they're going back in time.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're
See,
a
but this is
problem child.
This is like a Police Lives Matters situation.
Yeah.
You know what?
How dare
The
they
Blue
come
Lives
after?
Matter. I should
Right.
get them involved in this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I see you wearing blue.
I
tie.
am because
How long have you been retired?
10 years now, a little over 10 years
wow.
actually.
Very nice. And I not only do I thank you for your service,
Oh, thank you, I appreciate it.
but I give you even more credit because you had to put up with Don Schroeder.
Yes. Don's a good guy though, but yeah.
Yeah, he scares me.
However, did not call me when he sold his house.
Oh.
See,
He did.
I keep my eye out on these things.
All right. Well, I'll have a word with him.
Yes.
Yep. And then he upgraded. He went into Huntington and bought himself
Yes.
a nice house up there.
Yes. There's money in corruption. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
That's great. So how do you get gigs like the Whites in Luxembourg? You have an agent and stuff, or you have agencies
Well, at that time
get
I
you gigs?
didn't. I do have an agent and manager now. Bobby Holder from Bright Artist Management and Albert Bramante from Bonafide Emerging Artists is my agent. And it's all fancy names and, and abbreviations. But the Lights in Luxembourg commercial I actually got from the Backstage.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow.
If you're not familiar with that, that's a paper that it's not a paper anymore. It's online. That gives you all the open casting calls and whatnot. So I applied, and they're like, "Yeah, you're what we're looking for." The best part of acting was that I had to tell them. They handed me a tool. I'm like, and I can barely turn a screwdriver.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
I'm
no, sorry, this is not something that they would use. And I found they're like, well, look through the bag and find something. And I found the pliers there.
Right.
So.
Jeez. Where'd you have to go for that?
That was Manhattan to the Whites in Luxembourg office.
Oh, it was actually there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they used the boiler room, so it was a cold day, and so they'd have to shut the heat off, so because then you can't film because it's too noisy.
Right.
So they'd shut it off for like an hour, and then they had to turn it back on to put heat back in the building. So it was a long day, but it was fun.
That's the one
Those
thing.
days are so long.
They are really long days.
Yeah.
Man.
Like
Although
he'll say,
I
I'm going to
recently-
Manhattan for something. I'm like,
Yeah.
don't do it.
Although I recently filmed an episode of Bull.
Oh, nice.
And I was in and out in 4 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it was
Yeah, that's a quick day.
Yeah. And I thought it'd be at the end of the day,
Right.
because it's just such a short scene. That was the first scene that they filmed.
And you got to remember that because you get paid the same.
Yeah.
Correct.
So you got to take
He
in.
found
oh,
that
this
out
was
the hard
this
way.
is a good way. This is a good day.
And then if you go over 8 hours, you get overtime and stuff. But
Right.
yeah, so on that level, I was in at 6:30. I was out by 11:30.
Right. Well, right. Yeah, because that's why I know this because I was on Luke Cage. Luke Cage.
Really?
Yeah, the very first episode, and I go in, and it was so funny because they needed bar patrons. That's how they explained it, but it was a strip club.
Okay.
So so I was getting paid to sit there and watch boobies. I was just a bar patron. I'm watching these girls dancing on the bar for 4 hours.
Nice.
And it was done. So I was like, and then it was the,
You were still giving them dollars.
yeah, they're like, please stop. We said cut. And the girls were gone. I was like, where the fuck are they?
Right.
But so they're letting everybody go. And somebody had told me that it's one of the other actors like, yeah, we get paid the same, even though we get, I'm like, oh, this is awesome. But then just as we were about to go, they approached me and one other guy and they said, would you guys like to stay and for another scene? And because I'm an idiot, I figured, oh, well, I'm going to make another. So we go, and now this scene is in the kitchen of a restaurant where we were chefs.
Okay.
But they had a fire marshal there and a real chef. They were like the stoves were on for real and real food was being taken care of. And this went for 12 hours.
Oh boy.
Sweating my ass off like you wouldn't believe. Only to find out, like 10 hours in, that no, we're not getting paid extra. You got paid whether you did
was a
that
day
once.
rate,
I was like, I had no idea. We did get overtime because we ended up going. We were on so we did the 4 hours, then we did 12 at this restaurant. So I did get a little overtime.
Are you SAG? So it was
no.
I was
that was the thing too.
Yeah,
I'm
if you were
SAG.
SAG,
Yes.
I'm not SAG yet either. Now with having done Bull, I'm eligible.
Right.
But I haven't joined yet. Yeah, if you were SAG, that would have been a nice
Completely
day's
different
pay.
story.
It's
Right.
so funny. Like you can't eat the food until other
Right.
people eat.
Which
the
I'm
food
fine with. I'm a big
first
union guy,
and,
so
you know.
I'm okay with that. But you have to wait, until all the union guys get their food.
Well,
And you're like,
the usually, if I remember correctly, they have the crew eats first, so they can
Correct.
be ready to go back.
Right.
Then and some places have separate craft for the non-union or the background and the
Right, yes.
regulars. Some will share, but then the union actors go first, and then you go, and whatever's
right,
left is
and
yours,
that's what right, and that's it. So whatever's left, it was crumbs.
Yeah.
And it's such a, again, and I don't argue with it because I'm a union guy, so I just took it. But I mean, we had to sit in a separate area.
Yeah.
I mean, you're completely separated from the common, from the real actors.
Yes.
It was
The good thing about it, though, because the bar scene, I don't think you were in the bar scene.
No, you don't see me, but the kitchen,
But
there's
the
a nice shot of
kitchen,
me.
Oh, that's good.
He was in it, and his son Zach is a huge superhero, like Luke Cage, like all of those. He loves all of those shows like big time. So Tony didn't even tell him that he was doing this because you don't know, like you don't want to like tell everyone, oh, I'm going to be in this, and then like you're not. So so Tony saw it, and then he played the thing again when Zach was there, and he still didn't tell him. And all of a sudden Zach's like watching, and he sees like his dad in this like chef outfit, and he's like, wait, no way. And it was like, so that like so he didn't make a few $100s,
Right, so,
like
yeah, it
that
was cool. It was
alone,
cool.
like
That's
that's
cool.
that's the memory
Yeah,
of a
that's a lot of
lifetime.
That's the other thing. Yeah, I posted that I got this part in Bull, and for all I know, I have no idea if it's.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it was a pretty, not big part. It was 2 lines, but it was part of the main story. So I'm sure it's not going to be, but you never
Right.
know. So I learned after that. I'm like, why don't I wait till it comes out before I?
If it's cut, though, do you still get credit with SAG?
I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know. I'd have
be
to find out.
Yeah.
That's a very good question.
And that's your goal. You want to get into SAG, and you're
I'd
looking
like to
to
get
go
into
further.
SAG.
with
I'd
this.
like to become a full-time working actor.
Nice.
And this way I can do what I enjoy.
Absolutely. And this was always you didn't start doing this till after you retired, correct?
Correct.
But was it always a dream, or
No, not really. Back in the '90s, I say back in the '90s, like
I know.
we're
The
100
90s are
years
30
old.
freaking
I know,
years ago,
I know.
man.
I started to get into it, and I was doing background work. Did some background work on an old Danny Aiello show called Della Ventura, where he played a private investigator. It was actually he's such a nice guy.
I've heard that from everybody.
Yeah, I bet.
So I was doing some background work there, and I did a couple on some of the I don't know if it was Law and Order or whatever it was, one of those Dick Wolf shows. And
Right.
but like you said, it was a 12, 14-hour day, and at that time, I think it was like $40 for the day, which was considered decent money, and but I kept it just being on the police department. I just couldn't do it, so I ended up stopped doing it, and then I started the stand-up comedy about I guess it's almost 6-7 years ago now, and acting about 5-6 years.
Nice.
So
Nice.
Great. And even the stand up, because you've kind of you've traveled quite a bit with the stand up, right?
yeah, a little bit. I'd
I'd
like to do more shows, but it's hard to get booked. There's a lot of comedians out there, a lot of talented people, so it's hard to get booked. But yeah, I've gone out to Texas to do a few shows for charity.
Yeah.
Most of my stuff is charity and fundraisers. So
nice.
I'm happy to help. Laughter Saves Lives puts
Right.
me on a lot of their shows. So yeah, I've traveled to do some shows.
That's fantastic. And what? So you got the Bowie Bar tomorrow night, but what else? Because I need to make a list because I need to come see you.
Right now, the Bowie Bar's it.
Oh, all right.
So
never mind.
I will let you know, but I would love to have you. How's your stand-up going? You
Well, that's it exactly. You were nice enough to check out my very first time out there, which I really appreciate. Pal.
yes. As I recall, you were pretty funny.
Well, and I appreciate that. Wow. It's going. That was actually the last night that the brokerage is open, and then the quarantine.
Oh,
came.
that's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
So I had to kind of put it on hold for a
really,
while.
you weren't that funny. You just destroyed comedy for 18 months.
I was the COVID of comedy.
Right.
Yep. And it gets brought up in here quite often, actually.
Okay.
And sometimes I'll still see some of these guys, in the hallway. You're the one who shut it down. Okay.
So you haven't performed then since?
Well, I did perform again because that was our graduation class from the graduation show from the Truson class. So when the club opened back up, Truson said, well, we still owe you guys graduation shows. So we had, I think, 1 or 2 refresher classes, and then we did 2 shows here at the club. And it went really well, but it was weird because, as much as I appreciate everybody coming, of course you're going to, and you're not faking it, but it's funnier when you know the person.
Tony thinks people are laughing because they know him,
Okay,
but
see,
it's not really true.
but
Because if
no,
he sucked, I wouldn't laugh.
I agree with you to a point. I
Yeah.
agree with Sallie as well.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. I've had this conversation with somebody that was doing it was a Manhattan guy. Nobody we know. I'm not going to
Okay.
mention names,
Okay.
but it was nobody we know here from Long Island.
Right.
Who was doing he was doing a show, and then he makes you think that you can come on and perform, and then it's like, well, you got to bring 6 people, and I said to him, well, I don't have 6 people. And he says, well, then you can come on and just pay $40 to go on stage. I said, so you want me to pay $40, $20 train ride, and get dinner to come on for 5 minutes? I said, isn't it more important that I make other people's friends laugh and not my own?
Yeah, right.
Because,
yeah.
like you said, my friends are going to laugh because they know me. And
Right.
so I always felt that these bringer shows, I understand everyone's got to eat. They got to pay their
Of
bills.
course.
And they're important, but it's more important that I can make a crowd of strangers laugh than a
Right.
crowd of a group of my friends.
Right, yeah, that's what I mean. I'm not knocking them, but they are laughing. I'm sure they're enjoying it. I
Well,
like to
listen,
think they're,
it's
but
the
it is
atmosphere.
supportive too.
Yes.
And I like to judge what I'm doing.
Yes.
Because if I'm making strangers laugh, then I know
you
for
know-
sure doing
yes.
something right.
Yes.
So, and I wasn't so sure. So yeah, I did the Truson shows, and then they had me host on the patio one night,
Okay.
and I don't feel I did very well. I don't think it was awful, but it wasn't great either.
We beat ourselves. We're our
Yes.
worst critics, so you can't
So-
go by us.
So then they had me host a show out in McGuire's, and I felt a little bit better there. I was like, all right, this felt good. The very next week, they had me come back and host again, and I did the same set. In fact, there were some people to my left, same people that were there the week before, sitting in the same spot, which is why I recognized them.
Right.
Still laughing. I had an even better set that time, and it went really well. And I was hosting for Joey Cola, one of a guy who's become a close friend, but just always one of my favorite people, one of my favorite comedians. So that was a big deal to me. So I really felt like, all right, if I never do stand up again, this is the perfect way to go out.
Yeah.
But then Tom Galati invited me what was that, 2 weeks ago? Mm-hmm. To do a bar show.
Okay.
I had never done a bar show. I wasn't even terribly familiar with them. And when I found out
They're
that we were
rough.
performing in the bar, when I first got, I was the first one there, and I'm thinking, all right, there must be a back room. I just sat at the bar. I was the first one. I ordered a burger, just gonna hang out, wait for everybody, and eat. And then I see a guy setting up speakers right there, by the bar. And then Galati shows up. I'm like, Tom, this is where we're doing the show? I was like, fuck.
Right.
But they lowered all the TVs. The games are still on, but they lowered them all. Everybody at the bar turned, and there were probably maybe 50 people in this
All right.
small
So that's
bar.
good.
But they were attentive. Bosie opened the show, and they loved him. So I figured, if they love Bosie, they're definitely going to love me. That was kind of what I was thinking.
Right, because you can only go up from Bosie.
Exactly. But I killed. It was a great show. Everybody killed. Claire Lowell was there. Brandon Ryan. Tom Galati hosted.
But you didn't know
Everybody
anyone in the
killed.
audience, and your
I didn't
point
know a
is
single
that
person.
everyone really
See,
laughed
that's-
and loved it.
And that's when I walked away thinking, I did it. And there was it's a bar show, so the closest audience member is a nose hair away. There was a guy sitting right in front of me. I did the leg bit. This guy was literally bouncing on his chair from laughing so hard. And then a few people came to me after, because I stayed for the whole show, and people shake my hand. That was great, man. It's like, and I really,
Yeah, you
that
were
was
validated.
the first one where I
You
really
felt validated.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
for you, man.
So Yeah, so I'll keep going a little bit. And,
Yeah, why not?
yeah, why not? Yeah.
As long as you enjoy doing it. I mean, I love to perform. So
Yes,
I
I
just
do.
want to get up there and
Yep.
I love making people. You know,
There's a comfortability as soon as I walk up
it's
there.
the adrenaline rush. You know, I used to chase people with guns. Now I go up on stage.
So now you just kill them a different way.
Right, now I just kill them a different way. So
That's great. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. Do we know this number? No? Okay. I would have put them on the air like I did with you the other day. That was funny. Who was here with me that day? Was it Andy Plajanos?
Or was it Joe Pontillo?
No, Joe, we never...
Joe was last week, right?
Joe was supposed to be last week. He was supposed to be last Thursday. We ended up not doing the show because my son got into a car accident.
Oh, hope he's all
So
right.
he's fine. Thank you. Thank you. It was definitely one of those moments where you look at the car, you're like, how the hell did he walk away?
Yeah.
It was one of those. So, so we didn't do the show that day. It was, just an hour or two before the show, right?
Yeah. We
And-
have a 360
Live 360
Live
app.
360. It's
What is
like
it?
it's like a tracking device where you put your whole family on and you know where they are and stuff.
That's why my wife always catches me. She must have put it on my phone.
Yeah. So, but this is the first time. Like, I mean, we just use it for that. Like, where are the kids? Are they? What are they? How are they driving? You know, and all of a sudden, it pops up. Zach Walker had a car accident. We're like we didn't even know.
Yeah, they actually sent us the notification.
We didn't even know that it did that, and we were like,
Right.
And I
your
didn't.
heart stops.
Right,
you
we
know?
didn't even, and I didn't. We didn't know at the time. That was how we found out. We're like, what the
Like
hell?
I'm looking at.
I would've thought it was like a
I
spam,
was like,
like,
ah.
That's what my mother said. 'Cause my mother's on this thing too. So, and we all got
wanders?
the notification.
She wanders?
Yes. Well, we push her to go out and wander. But yes, same thing. She said she got the notification. She was like,
Yeah, Kevin, I have
she
a
thought it was some kind of
17-year-old,
spam.
and he's in class, and he's texting me. He's like, "Is Zach okay?" Like the whole family got it. You know, it's like
yeah.
this. Like,
So I was
moment.
already rushing around the house, getting my leg on and getting clothes on. By the time I got a call saying he really was in an accident, I said, I know. I'm getting myself together. I'm on my way. And it gave the location too, which was
Yeah,
nice.
Oh, good. As long as he's all right.
yeah.
Yes, thank goodness.
So, yeah, I don't know who was on the other day when I called.
When was
Did I
that?
call Friday, I think?
So it must have been Friday.
Maybe
'cause we weren't on
Plajanos, right?
there. So Andy Plajanos was here. You know Andy?
I don't.
Oh, okay. Very funny guy. Very funny guy. He does a Dracula bit, and yeah, he's great. Yeah, we got to get you around here more.
I'd love that.
We need more Frank around governors, don't we?
More Frank is better than less Frank.
Oh, thank you.
There you go. Less Deegan, more Frank.
Les Deegan.
Less Deegan, more
Bayer.
Frank. Less Bayer, right? All right, are we ready with?
Oh, trivia,
All
yeah.
right, so
Trivia.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's Tuesday, so we have Tuesday trivia. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna see how smart you are.
Listen, our house Tuesday is blowjob Tuesday, so if one of you two want to
Oh.
step up.
All right. Let me just stretch. So what we do, the way this works, we just ask everybody random trivia questions. Sally and I both take turns. We do not know each other's questions, so we try to stump each other as well.
Okay.
And then we ask all you guys to comment below or next to us, however it is you're watching this, with your answers. And then we don't give our answers. We just ask all the questions. Then we go back and start all over again. We read your answers. We'll go over Frank's answers and go over our own answers. And
You
then
say answers a
give the real
lot.
answer. There's a lot of answers there, yeah. Okay. There's no prizes. There's no nothing. It's just bragging rights and an opportunity for us to make fun of everybody.
And humiliation.
Pretty much.
Public humiliation.
I'm the
You
first.
don't have to know.
I
You don't have to
am-
know the answers. It's
Yeah,
no big deal.
I
No
am
stress.
one of the worst at this. In fact, I mentioned Plajanos. I don't see him watching today. He's usually the smartest one with the...
Joan, too.
Joan's pretty good.
Liz is watching.
Joan is here, yeah. Yeah, Liz is pretty good. But Andy is, I would say, the smartest one.
Yeah.
He probably has the most correct answers so far.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't see him watching today. Oh, Liz says I'm funny. Thank you.
Funny looking.
Well, true. Oh, there he is. Andy Plajanos. Frank and I have been in the same places at the same time, but we've never met, he said.
Oh.
Exactly.
All right. Well, put out your M for M ad and...
Question number 1. What religion was Michael Jackson born into?
Oh, good question.
I'm going to say Baptist.
Frank says Baptist.
He's giving me the cop are you lying stare. Like, avert your eyes, Sally.
I'm inclined to agree, but I was trying to think of something else. Jewish. Catholic. Just in case there's a shock there.
Okay.
All right. Name 2 movies that Kevin Kline and Sigourney Weaver made together.
2 movies?
2 movies.
Really?
I recently brought up one of them right here at this in this
Was
room
I
with you.
here? Was I listening?
I think you were. I'm not sure.
Was I
Oh, you
Facebooking at the
you probably
time?
weren't listening. I'll give you that.
Was I thinking about what I was going to get at the food store?
I definitely have no idea because I don't watch a lot of movies.
You don't watch an actor who does not watch a lot of movies.
No, it's why I don't watch comedians either. I don't want to be influenced and steal their jokes.
Kevin Kline and Sigourney
No, I don't watch a lot of
Weaver.
Wow.
It's
Was she in About a House?
No.
Okay.
a lot of movies. If they start off slow, I got a low attention span. If you don't grab me right away,
Wow.
I'm out. So
I'm one of those that like I have to like live. I have to do it. Like even if I know it's bad, like I'll be like a half
kind
an
of
hour
show is
into it. It'd be like a half an hour in. I'm like, oh, this movie sucks.
Right.
And then I have to stay and
well,
watch
if you get
it.
to the point of no return, it's like okay, let's
Right.
see how bad this continues to be.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't
So
know.
a
Do
movie
you have
like
any
Rocky
guesses?
2, when it starts off with the fight from Rocky
Yeah.
1, then you're like, I'm in.
Yeah, Rocky. You know, the older movies they got to it right away. Now, I just find some of these movies they drag. I can't even think because I haven't watched a movie in a long time.
The
but
God, you like
the
the Godfather?
Godfathers, I like. Yeah.
But that's a slow start.
Very
it's a
slow.
slow start, but
It's the
it kinda
Godfather.
pulls
Your
you in.
name
It
ends in a
pulls you in.
vowel.
Pulls
It's
just when you think you're out, it pulls you back in.
back in.
Do you
That was
have
my
any-
Italian.
That's awful.
That's
Say forget
awful.
about it.
Forget about it.
Awful.
I know.
Do you have?
I can't even think of one.
You can't even
Yeah, I
think.
can't think of any.
I can't think of
Well,
any.
there's one I know that you like. We've talked about it.
Really?
A popular one.
In and Out.
No.
They, honestly, neither one of them do a lot of movies. I mean, they do great work, but it's not like, they do a movie a year.
Birdcage.
No. Neither one of them are in that.
I don't think you
Well, that's a good guess. All right, so
All right, yeah, I don't have any
All right.
guesses.
Wow, I'm disappointed in you.
I know.
You let me down.
What is the deadliest day of the year for children between 1 and 18? The deadliest day of the year.
For children between the ages of 1 and 18?
Yes. As soon as you hear the answer, you'll be like, ah. Yes. It's not a strange answer.
Deadliest day of the year for children between 1 and 18.
Christmas. I'm going with Christmas.
Yeah, I'll go with Christmas too because of Christmas tree fires.
Oh,
Christmas
yeah.
tree fires
Does
or
that still happen?
Oh my God!
no, yeah, or for
Why people get a real tree? I get
I get a real
so,
tree every year.
It's so dangerous.
What's so dangerous about it? How does
They're
it set on
so
fire?
highly flammable. The
Right.
dryer, even as much as you water it, it's
It
still
just
going to
like
dry out.
goes up in flames. Like how's
fast.
it happen?
Like-
Yep, it engulfs.
no, but
Yes.
like what? Like people walk through the house with candles. Like
It could be anything. It could be a spark from the
What?
lights.
You got a fireplace that's running 2 feet away
How many
from your
people?
tree.
How many people put the tree next to a fireplace?
yeah, but it's a gas fireplace.
So what? It's still a flame.
Yeah, I mean,
It doesn't like shoot out.
I'm just telling you.
One time, it's so funny. Like I don't,
I'll guarantee if Billy Bingo hears this, Billy Bingo. Dennis,
do know
He'll be on
Billy
the phone
Bingo.
telling you
Yep.
about how
Do not
deadly
get a
live
tree.
Christmas trees are.
Yep.
Well, they're not live; they're dead at that point. But no, it's just so dangerous, man. They really are.
so if
Between-
you don't have if you don't have the lights on,
You still
Unless you're
have
there.
you still have to keep it watered and wet, and like I said, the longer you have it, the drier it gets, the more flammable it is.
yeah, all right.
And I'm thinking too, because of that age, I'm thinking, like the little ones, if they get a toy with small pieces or something, they end up choking on it or something. So I'm going with Christmas.
Christmas.
Yep. All right.
I'm gonna agree. Christmas.
What would
Thank
Jesus
you.
say?
What's that?
What?
What would Jesus say?
Well, that's not his real birthday anyway.
No.
No, it's like July or something.
Yeah, I heard something like that.
Yeah. What is the Statue of Liberty? What is the Statue of Liberty a statue of?
A lady.
Yeah, who? Who is she? And what is she
She's
doing?
Lady Liberty.
Well, true, but
Oh,
a
she's
little
like
more
someone
detailed.
like. Well, it was from France, so
Right.
who's it supposed to be like? What year did we get such a gift? I don't remember. Like you're saying, it's like a president's wife, or
Well, kind of. It's not. Yeah, it's not.
is it a person? Like, is the person they carved it out of?
No, but it does.
Joan of Arc.
It represents something.
Liberty.
Freedom.
Freedom. What? Ask the question again.
What is the Statue of Liberty a statue of? All right, I'll tell you this much. It's a robed female figure representing what?
Justice.
Good answer.
Freedom.
Okay. Next question.
Which dog is the fastest? The fastest dog.
That would be
I would say greyhound.
Greyhound. I'm going to agree with Frank. Syngenisophobia.
What? Spell it.
Fear of saying words you can't pronounce.
Syngenisophobia.
Spell it.
SYNGENESO phobia. Ginsenophobia. Syngenophobia. Syngenophobia is the fear of what? Multiple choice. Fear of what? Your relatives, your pets, your money.
I'm going to say relatives because synergy and energy and I don't know.
I like it.
Just
What are the choices? Money, family, and what?
Pets.
Family.
All right.
How many children does Alec Baldwin have?
Ooh.
one less than he started when that movie came out.
I'm going to say 4. I have no idea.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'll go with 6.
What's your take on all that?
Oh, yeah. That's a
You know,
good question. I'd love to know your take on it.
I don't know a lot about
Because you're a
Blanks?
cop and an actor.
blanks and stuff like that. I've never really been around.
Never shot blanks.
Thank God. I've never been around a prop gun, and I just don't understand how. I know I looked it up to tell the difference between a live round and a blank is they crimp the end of the blank.
Right, yes.
However, I just don't understand how a live round got onto
Like, why
that
is it
set.
on the set?
Why are there live rounds on the set unless they're gonna? And I don't even know how you. I don't even know how you turn them into dummy rounds or blanks. If it's just by crimping them, or if, I think they got to remove some stuff out of it. But like I said, I don't know enough about it. But it's very fishy.
Yeah, that's how I see it.
Everything's very fishy. I mean, I don't know. They say that the woman that was killed was making a documentary about pedophiles in Hollywood.
Oh,
So if
I
you
didn't
wa-
hear
yeah,
that.
I'd heard. I don't know how true it is. I just heard that she was working on a documentary about that. So who knows?
And Alec Baldwin does seem to be like Teflon. Like, he just seems to always bounce back from all sorts of controversies.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
And I
However,
would-
I'm
Wow.
for the sake of the show, I am not saying that Alec Baldwin
Oh,
or
I'll say it.
anybody is a pedophile. This is just what I heard, and since he lives in Massapequa, he could be here at any minute, especially if I took his parking spot. So yeah, it's very weird how and the armorer should have been listen. There's only, and I found out there's only. Well, I don't know about only one, but I was going to take a class on how to become a certified armorer, but I had to go to where did I have to go?
Leviton.
Little Rock, Arkansas, or something
Oh.
like that, or somewhere down, or whatever it was, and it was in early November, and I said, to fly down and make a weekend out of it, it just wasn't going to work out. So I asked if there are any classes, and they said no, they're the only ones that do it for certification. So I don't even know how you become an armorer.
Wow.
And listen, there are plenty of retired cops and firearms instructors. It doesn't have to just be cops. People that know a lot about guns. I don't know a lot about guns. I have the 2 that I had when I was on the police department, and that's it. And I don't even carry it.
Right.
I let the kids play with it. But so it's just there should have been a lot more safety involved there.
Right.
Yeah.
How live rounds got on that set,
It's
I have no
crazy
idea.
to me. And the fact that they had like there was a protest ahead of time about like all the workers saying it's unsafe to work here, and then they were asked to
Well,
leave.
I'm guessing was all part of the IATSE strike or averted strike and the working so.
And that seems to be the new thing now. They'll work. You get guys like Baldwin working with independent filmmakers.
Well, that's how they circumvent the union.
Exactly.
Right.
So they can try to get around the real safety issues.
But why was he aiming it near her?
Well, that's something I don't understand.
Like, if you stick a real bullet in a gun, hoping to, kill someone who is doing a documentary you don't want her to do, how do you get Baldwin to aim it near her?
Well, exactly.
So it's like, but it is. The whole thing's fishy. I agree with you. It's like,
it's just odd. I don't get it.
Yeah.
And the more like you hear, the more you're like, ah.
And-
At first
and the
you're like,
fact
oh,
is-
just what an awful accident, and now you're like, ah.
Right. And rule number one is you don't point a gun at anybody, whether it's loaded, unloaded, toy or real.
Right.
You don't point it. You don't put your hand on the trigger. I was in an acting class and they had a fake, plastic gun, no bullets or anything in it. And I would just watch the actors. I'm like, stop pointing that at people.
Yeah, because, you never
They
know.
all had their finger on the trigger because it's just habits you build up. And then one day you're going to pick up a gun thinking it's fake.
Oh, that's interesting.
know,
so how did you, when you worked with us, there's a couple of shows where we do scenes with guns. I mean, they were plastic
They're
guns. In
water
fact, one of them
guns.
was a water gun.
Right.
But,
They're water
does
guns.
that, do you think about that? Saying, no, these guys should get out of the habit of pointing
you're
them?
doing it in the moment. You're not
Yeah,
walking
yeah.
around.
Oh,
we
like
weren't-
in rehearsal, you mean?
Right. You weren't
Yeah,
walking
okay.
around pointing it. At some point you're going to have to point it for the sake of the scene.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything. Like I
Yeah.
said, it was a water gun, so I wasn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you
They
bring
were
up an interesting
orange
point. It's something
water
I never.
guns.
Yeah, they're orange water guns. Yeah, but
Right.
but it's just an interesting point that I never thought about in the 25 years I've been doing this. I never thought about that, even though it's we have nothing close to a prop gun or a gun that could really hurt somebody, but
You
you
almost
just
killed
don't think
people.
about that getting into that habit.
Right.
I actually had to shoot a gun. I was in a play and I had to shoot and it was a prop gun.
Oh, is that
No,
the one
yeah,
that I
yeah.
was doing the sound for? That I was delayed?
No, that's something
That
else.
was so funny.
The only thing that got me about it, I had no idea that it was as loud as a real gun, and they asked me to just shoot to shoot it to get used to it. So we went outside. I wasn't pointing at anybody. I went outside and I'm holding it like this. So I shot it. I swear to God, I thought I blew my eardrum.
Yeah.
And it didn't go out, but it really kind of felt clogged for about a minute. And I really panicked for that minute. Like, holy shit, I just damaged my ear. But it came right back and it was no problem. But that's what struck me about it, was just how loud the damn thing is.
Yeah.
Crazy. Who's next? Is it me or you?
Could be me, I think. Sorry. I'm not even back on the screen.
I think it's
No,
you.
it's me.
yeah,
It's
it's
you
you.
after
Is that
Baldwin.
How many kids?
Alec Baldwin thing.
Well, just talking about unions. The first union to ever go on strike in the United States of America, who was it?
Say it again.
That's a tough question.
No.
Do it again.
That's
You
a
see,
very tough question.
This was on, if you watch The Men Who Built America.
Oh, no, I've never seen
Yeah,
that.
that was a
Yeah.
great documentary. It really was. It was a
I'm writing
documentary.
that
It was
down.
more of a series. It's from a few years back, and I can't remember what it was, but it was. They talked about the strike, and
Oh, nice.
that was. I can't remember the guy that they struck against now.
The
Andrew
first,
Carnegie. I think it was Andrew Carnegie was the
Oh, yeah?
owner. So I don't know what the union was, but
the first union ever to go on strike in the U.S. Who are they? All right. Well, that's what I'm saying.
actually, you know what?
That's a
I'm
tough
sorry.
question.
That doesn't really, because they weren't unionized at the time when they.
That's not the answer I have anyway.
Yeah,
so.
it's so, but they weren't unionized
The
at the
steel
time.
workers.
Well, that would have been the Andrew Carnegie one because he
Oh,
did the
okay.
steel, but they weren't unionized at the time. So I'm going to say railroad.
All right. Oh, that's a good answer. Are you sticking with your steel?
In the U.S., let me think. We didn't care about children then, so it had nothing to do with that. Get to work with your little fingers.
Right.
Hey,
The
Ken.
automobile.
Automobile.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you know that Ken Pichelle is watching?
Hey, Ken, how are ya?
Ken Pichelle. Wow. Good to see you, pal. Hope you're well. Okay, next question.
All right, and sorry, like we when we did trivia, we had trivia questions for last week, and then the show got
We didn't do
canceled.
it because of the accident.
So
right?
they're all like
Oh, no, wait a
Alec,
minute. no,
Alec Baldwin questions.
Thursday was the accident. Tuesday we didn't do. We had technical difficulties. That's why we weren't on.
Okay.
So what? You have another Alec Baldwin question?
Yeah, 'cause,
That's all right.
like they're all like, All right, what
Stalker.
What is Alec Baldwin's real name?
Well, it's definitely Baldwin.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was his real. Oh, you know what? It's Alex.
Would it be Alexander?
Are you looking for something like that?
Yeah.
I know people went to high school with him, and I could have sworn.
I'm going to say
I could have sworn that was his real name.
Alexis is a girl's name.
That would explain a lot with him.
Could.
Did you see when he spoke to the press about the
I
shooting?
didn't. I don't really watch the news.
I caught it on Facebook actually, but the paparazzi was following him somewhere, and so he finally turned to him and said, "Look, I'll answer a few questions if you guys agree to leave me alone the rest of the day." But his wife tries to kind of join in. Every single time she opened her mouth, she's like, "Excuse," he snaps at her. Excuse me.
Right.
I'm talking to them.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Did
Yeah.
she answer in like the fake Spanish accent?
And actually, no, I didn't. No, there was no accent this time.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
I forgot about that too.
All right, so his real name, Butch. I have no idea.
Butch Cassidy.
It's either Butch or Al. I'm just going with Alex.
Okay.
You sticking with Alexis?
No. That's a girl's name. I had said Alexander, but that's too. It's got to be.
Francisco. Baldwin. His name is Baldwin.
Baldwin. And was this my fifth question?
It was.
Okay, good.
Okay, good.
Well, because I feel like it was my fourth, and I'm like, did I not do an
All
extra
right,
question?
final answer there, Frank.
What was the question?
The Alec Baldwin.
I have no idea.
All right. I'm putting you down for Alexis, just for
Okay.
shits and giggles. All right. Where am I? The first globally broadcast concert via satellite was in 1973. Who was the artist?
Who? The
Ooh,
Who?
That's a good answer.
It was probably the Rolling Stones.
The first globally broadcast concert via satellite, 1973. Who was the artist?
73.
73.
Could have been Led Zeppelin too.
Wings.
Sallie says wings. Okay, next question. So we're down to our last question
Yeah,
each.
the last question has to be racy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Racy.
I don't know how racy mine is going to be, but because I don't remember. How many erections does the average man have a day while awake?
Well, I have one now. Does that count?
It counts.
I'm going to say. So I'm going to wait for the answer to come out so I can say, well, I'm above average. I'm going to say 5.
Frank says 5. How many erections does a man have a day while awake?
Mm-hmm. Like, because you can have them while you're sleeping. They don't count.
Okay. I'm going with around 100.
100.
100?
Yeah.
100.
What are you on Viagra? Did you get the 4-hour erection?
Don't men get like
100?
Don't they get an erection like once every 5 minutes or something?
No.
I know I'm getting older, but no.
That's just me?
Yeah.
It's just you.
All right, I'll go with. All right, I'm going to say 25.
Very ambitious.
Well, I don't. Well, two
Let me
an
put it
hour.
this way: if you had 25 erections, I don't think you and Sallie would have time for the show.
Well, right, but we're not talking about acting on it. We're just talking about how many erections does a man get. You tell me you don't get 2 erections an hour? That would be That would be 25 a day. Right?
Well, you're
No,
sleeping.
you're sleeping.
No. Sorry.
So
yeah,
the
I'm
sleeping-
counting
You gotta
sleeping.
assume sleeping for 8 hours.
I'm
which-
sleeping.
I don't know who sleeps for 8 hours. But
Yeah, true. I'm sticking with my answer. So if I'm up for 10 hours a day, I get 2 erections
2.5
an hour.
2 erections an hour. That's not
I
a lot.
salute you, my friend.
That's a lot.
I don't know. I don't have a penis. I do not know.
You're sitting around. You got 10 minutes. You're sitting in your car waiting to go in for an audition, but you got. That's a bad example. You're home. You have about 10 minutes where you have to leave for an audition. You don't just check out a little porn.
Of course I do.
There you go. So there's 1 erection.
Depends on how deep I go into it. Sometimes you just look at stuff and
Exactly. Sometimes you
and
just look.
sometimes you're just like, whoa.
Right.
You got something to say there, fella?
Exactly. So two an hour to me doesn't sound that much because of instances like that.
All right. Well, we're at the top of the hour. You got one now? Stand up.
I can't. See, right. That's what you do to me. That was an Eddie Murphy bit, right? See, that was the thing. Sometimes he just came out of nowhere, and then Eddie Murphy, that was his bit. Then the teacher would call you up to,
Right. I'll take
do
the
it.
zero.
Do it. Right. I'll take the 0, teacher. I'm not going to walk up. Yeah. All right. Never mind. True or false? Christian religions once considered sex as a form of worship.
Worship?
Frank says true.
Say it again.
I'm also a defrocked priest, so.
You're a
No,
def-
I'm not.
You totally got me. True or false? Christian religions once considered sex as a form of worship. True or false, Sally?
It's weird. Like
Well, weird.
worship, like sex
Not like sex. Sex.
as worship,
Yes.
It's a form of
like
worship.
going to church or something. Like, what does it mean?
Yes. Like a prayer. Like, yeah.
I'm gonna go with no.
All right. Sally says false.
I know it's probably yes, because why would you ask it? But like, if I was trying to win, I'd say yes. But it's stupid, so
Are
I'd
you still
say
talking?
no.
All right. Where are we? Scrolling back. Okay. I'm ready when you are.
Okay, what religion was Michael Jackson born into?
Frank said Baptist. I said Catholic. Johnny Lambro said Christian. Beansy says cult. Kirsten says Baptist. Joan says born again. Oh,
So far, no one's gotten
Andy
it.
Plagano says Jehovah's Witness. That is the correct answer. I freaking knew that. I forgot.
Plagianos always gets it.
Yeah.
Sounds like Andy's got a little too much time on his hands.
And he's at work. DJ also said Baptist. So did Elizabeth. Okay.
So Andy was the only one.
Yep. Name 2 movies that starred Kevin Kline and Sigourney Weaver. You both failed. You said nothing.
Yeah.
Seems like everybody's getting Dave. You remember Dave?
I
was surprised
love
you didn't-
that movie.
Exactly.
I am so stupid.
Fremder, I have a tracking device implanted in my head, so I always know where I am. Oh, because we talked about the 360.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm so bummed I missed
yeah,
that.
everybody's mentioning Dave. Ken Pichelle, Alien and Alien versus Predator. No.
What's the other one?
Well, I'm looking to see if anybody got it. No, nobody got it. The other one is called The Ice Storm.
The Swinger movie from the 70s?
That's the it takes place in the 70s.
It
Yes.
takes place, and they're in Connecticut, and they're stuck in the
Yes.
house.
The key
they
party.
can't get out, and they end up swapping partners.
Yep.
Is it
that's
a
the
good
one.
movie?
I know, I never saw it. I just
And then
know about
she
it.
said, and then he said,
It's a dark movie, but I
Yeah, I
liked
think
it.
Alan Alda might have been in that too.
"Wow,
I don't recall him. Toby Maguire is in it,
really?
and
How else
who's
Tobey Maguire in it? It was 1973.
Was he like
no,
the
it takes
baby?
place in '73. No, it was made in the '90s. That movie. Kevin Kline and Sigourney Weaver. They're Toby Maguire's parents.
It's the movie about the
Yeah.
swinging where they swap partners.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought that movie was in the 70s.
No.
It was set in
Unless it's a remake and I'm not aware of it.
It's possible because I
Yeah.
thought. Well, we'll have to look it up.
That's a good idea. And then who's the little Christina Ricci? She's in it.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of familiar faces in it. But yeah, that's the one.
Wow.
Okay.
I should have gotten Dave. I'm like
Yes,
ashamed
yes,
of
you should have.
myself.
Oh, all right. Now I'm seeing the answers to your next question, and I'm kicking myself. Go ahead.
What is the deadliest day of the year for children between 1 and 18?
Frank and I both said Christmas. Joan Asher says Saturday. Plagano says Halloween, and that's I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
that's the answer.
As soon as you hear it,
Damn
you know.
Right, all the candy, like
That's what I thought.
But
originally.
candy.
No, it actually isn't that at all. A quarter of all Halloween accidents take place between 7 p.m. or 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. They get hit.
While
they're
trick-or-treating?
Trick-or-treating. And,
Really?
drivers between the ages of 18 and 25 account for a third of all fatal Halloween accidents. In 2017 alone, 7,450 pedestrians died in accidents in Halloween alone.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, they just because like it gets worse every year because when we were growing up, we were out in the street all the time, so people were used to kids running in the street. But now it's like
Those masks you couldn't see.
no
out.
one's ready for
Those
it.
plastic things, yeah.
No one's, and it's always at like crosswalks where like the people walking think they're safe, but the drivers just aren't used to people on the road.
Wow.
Right.
So, yeah, Plagano's got it. Ken Pichelle said Christmas. Joan Asher said, hey, not a real doctor. Elizabeth said 4th of July. I don't know what religion Michael Jackson was brought into, but he's definitely not a Jew.
Well, you had said Jewish. That's
Yes.
why. And you are correct. I looked it up. That movie was from in the 1990s, 1997, set in 1973. So.
Oh, okay, but it wasn't
It wasn't
a remake or anything?
I didn't read that far down.
They
but,
just fooled you with their great
with
acting.
That 73, yes. They made me think they were Alan Alda.
Yeah,
They were so good.
they had paneling on their basement wall, and you're like, hey.
And Sigourney Weaver looked good in that movie.
I'll have to look at it.
Yeah, I think you should check it out. That movie you will stay with the whole time.
Okay.
And Joan Allen, I think, she's in that too. All right. Is it me now?
Yep.
Yes. What is the Statue of Liberty a statue of? Beansy says the Mona Lisa. Plagano says Mary Ann, national symbol of France. Joan Asher says it's a statue of Nancy Pelosi. Pichelle says it's French pastries and a fresh pastry chef. DJ says freedom. Elizabeth says Lady Liberty. Fremder. They're making a Godfather remake, actually, which means there's another offer that I won't be able to refuse. So what I was looking... So, yeah, you said justice. You said freedom. You almost got it. At one point, you yelled out liberty. The Statue of Liberty is a robed figure representing Libertas, the Roman goddess.
Oh, all right. That makes sense.
Okay. It's a poorly worded question.
Yeah. We'd have to cross that question out.
Okay, well, I have more. You want me? I'll ask another question.
Nope.
Okay, next question.
And you both got this. What dog is the fastest?
Oh, Greyhound?
Yeah.
Yeah, Joan said Greyhound. Beansy said Pitbull. Pitbull might be one of the strongest, but...
Every dog's fastest when it's chasing you.
Yeah, that's the truth. Yeah, everybody's saying Greyhound. The dog and all those hieroglyphics, says Ken Pichelle. What does that mean? The dog and all those hieroglyphics. The dog with something in its mouth it shouldn't have, says Plagano.
Oh, yes.
That's true, too.
Yes.
Okay. Syngenosophobia. Syngenosophobia is the fear of what? Your relatives, your pets, your money. You both said relatives. Plagano said money. Pichelle said relatives. Beansy said relatives. DJ said money.
Why would you be afraid of your money?
I don't know. You're afraid to spend it, or you're afraid to do anything with it. It's relatives. So Plagano's got that wrong.
Oh.
Andy.
So yeah, it's relatives.
Okay.
Next question.
How many children does Alec Baldwin have?
I said 4. Frank said 6. A lot of people are saying 6 here. Plagano said 5. Beansy says 26. Elizabeth says 5. Yeah.
Yeah, no one got it.
What is it?
7.
He has 7 kids.
He has 6 children with the one who pretends to be Spanish, and they have it's like baby.
I was going to say, I didn't think they were married. Married that long.
Every year or so that she has another baby.
Why does she
Really?
pretend to be Spanish? I don't even think Spanish people pretend to be Spanish.
I don't know what it was.
I
Like
just alienated your entire Latino audience.
she changed her
three of
name
them.
that
Let's
like,
say there's a ton of them out there.
and it was like a secret. And then someone like brought up like a couple of years ago. They were like, "How come like sometimes she doesn't talk with a Spanish accent?" And then
I remember hearing something about that.
Yeah. So they
and then
must
she's
be-
got what's the name of that daughter? Ireland or something
Okay.
that she has with
that he has.
that he has with
The one he called a pig.
yeah. Okay, so Alec Baldwin and Hillary share daughter Carmen, son Raphael, 5. They must have like named them before she got outed. Leonardo, Romeo, and Adu.
Really? I do Baldwin.
And then there's a 5. Yeah, the 5-month-old. So like there's
Wow.
the ages are 7, 5, 4, 2, and 5 months.
Wow.
Alec Baldwin also has a daughter with what's her face. Yeah, and they tied the knot in 2012.
Wow. So not even married 10 years yet, and they have.
So he may get 2 erections an hour.
There you go.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, he's taking the blue pill. I mean, he's in his 60s, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy, huh?
I can't imagine having one baby at that age.
Oh, yeah.
I don't.
Yeah. No way.
It's a lot.
Wow. And Mel Gibson, I think, has like 10, doesn't he?
Oh, really?
And Stevie Wonder, I think, has like 10. Crazy. Ridiculous. The first union to ever go on strike in the U.S., who was it? Frank said railroad. Sallie said auto. Where are we here?
Oh, can I change it?
Sure. 'Cause
I wonder
haven't gone. I haven't,
where's the people that have to like go down into the
I'd like to know where they are.
the hookers union.
down into the holes?
Miners.
The
Miners.
The miners or the
Yeah.
sandhogs.
I wonder if it's the miners.
Well, Pagano said coal miners.
Oh.
Ken Pichel said bricklayers. Joan Asher said garment district union. Elizabeth Batapede said railroad. Beansy said coal miners. Fremder, working on all those hours on the set of Baldwin's movie must have been so tiring. By the end, his co-star was shot. Okay, that's. And then DJ says railroad as well. Nobody got it right.
Really?
Nobody.
Is it obvious?
No.
Oh, well, that's just a mean-spirited question then.
Well, it might be obvious if you think about it a little bit. You go back to the times in the U.S.
We're all sitting around thinking about unions.
The
Right.
Printers Union.
Oh, really?
The Printers Union went on strike in 1776.
Wow.
So we were barely a nation, and
Yeah.
already they're on
People are
strike.
complaining already.
That's probably what George Washington said. Already? These fucking
Already.
people.
It's like, you people.
Can't do enough for you.
What is Alec Baldwin's real name?
Ooh.
It's probably something like Sebastian.
Yeah, right.
No, actually, you got it. It's Alexander.
Oh,
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's Alexander Ray Baldwin III. So he was named after his father and grandfather.
Beansy said Dick Baldwin.
And Ray is R-A-E, which is like a woman's name. Alexander Ray Baldwin.
Yeah, Joan got that one right.
Like I said, I sound a little obsessed with him, but it's because it was like the day after the...
Plagano said Hyman Lipschitz. Ken Pichel said Alexandro. Okay. The globally first broadcast concert via satellite was in 1973. Who was the artist? Frank said The Who. Sallie said Wings. Joan.
Queen? No, that's probably too early for Queen, right?
No, they were around in 73. Ken Pichel said Three Dog Night. Beansy said Lawrence Welk. Pacino said Leif Garrett. And then Joan Kruppe Asher, DJ, and Elizabeth Batapede got it correct.
which was?
Elvis Presley.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
Forgot about Elvis.
Yep. Aloha
Yeah,
from
me
Hawaii.
too.
Yep.
All right. How many erections does the average person, not the weirdo, the
I didn't go with average.
person
No, you didn't.
have a day while awake?
Frank said 5. I said 25. Joan says 5. Beansy says 45. Plagano says he just has one all day. Ken Pichelle said 2.5. DJ D-Love says 46. Plagano said 3. Elizabeth Batapete says 16.
Oh.
What is the answer to this? I'm dying to hear this.
11.
Oh, that wasn't too far off.
Yeah, you were, because at first you said 100.
All right. So it was kind of in the middle between Frank and
The average man has 11 erections each day, as well as many more while they are asleep. On average, a healthy man has 3 to 5 erections during a full night's sleep.
Well, then I'm above average.
I haven't gotten a full night's sleep yet. So.
Okay, true or false? Christian religions once considered sex as a form of worship. True or false?
And you're going to have to explain this.
Frank said true. Sally said false. Ken Pichelle says false. Joan says true. Excuse me. Andy Plagano says true. DJ D-Love says true. Plagano says nuns weren't mean back then.
Is it like, every sperm is sacred? Like it's like that?
I don't know. What Catholic school did you go to?
Yeah, really.
Oh, you ever heard that song? It's the Monty Python guys.
Oh.
When they were talking about, it was this one. What movie?
Elizabeth Batapete says true, and I want to go to that church. And she says bow down to the phallic symbol. Are you talking about the meaning of life?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's true.
But for what reason? Just because there are more people to give money to the church?
They were often regarded, Christians often regarded sex as a celebration and as a form of worship. Sex was seen as mirroring the sensual power of the gods.
The gods?
God,
Yeah,
this was pre-Christian religions, but it was Christian based.
Oh, I thought you were like Catholic.
I said Christian religions, I said.
All right.
So let's see. Frank got
What, I get 3?
1.
1? No.
Right.
No, he
had
gets
2.
He got Alexander.
3. I had
You got the Cynecephalus.
right. I got the Greyhound.
Baldwin. Oh, you got
got
the Greyhound. I
3.
forgot about the
What
Greyhound.
the fuck?
What a ripoff, man. What's
Imagine if you were giving prizes, I'd be
yeah?
wrecking this place.
Knocking down GoPros.
All right, so that's it, right?
Yeah.
Anything else?
No.
Anything else? You said you got tomorrow night, but it's sold out, so
Tomorrow
don't
night at the Bowie Bar. I mean, you give a call, maybe they can squeeze you in
What
there.
town's it in?
Point Lookout.
Where is that?
go. Long Beach, Lido Beach, at the end of Loop
At
Parkway.
the end of the Loop Parkway, you make a left.
Just that little, it's like 10 blocks, and that's it. It's great, though. I like it.
It's nice, yeah.
But then,
And then
but they can find you. You have a Frank Falia comedian actor page, I believe, right?
Facebook.
Yeah,
Frank
yeah.
Fowler, comedian actor on Facebook. And
And you also have another page for your realty.
I have one for real estate. If you're looking to buy or sell, let me know.
You have another one for your drug deals.
I do.
And another one.
That's Frank Fowler Pharmacy.
Right, exactly. with an F, so it's triple
Right,
F. Right. What else?
Yeah, that's it. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Twitter. Find me on Facebook.
Do you have? So you did Bull. Do you have any filming coming up?
I have no filming coming up.
Whoa.
Although I was just, I have no filming coming up.
I'm shocked.
So,
because you're the man that's all over the place.
thank you. So, yeah, Bull will be on next Thursday night, the 18th.
Okay.
If you get a minute, you want to check it
So
out.
next Thursday, the 18th,
Yes.
and we'll be home because Sally's having surgery this coming Tuesday. So
I got rear-ended.
yes, she did.
One of those 25 erections you
Right.
have.
Right. So many erections that she needs surgery to recover.
I need surgery.
As long as you're all right.
So
Nothing serious.
you'll be sitting home, so you'll be able to watch. And what channel's Bull on?
2, CBS. I think it's on at 10 o'clock, but I don't know.
Very nice. Oh, we'll definitely check that out. Looking forward to it. Thank you, pal.
Thanks for having me, man.
This
I
is a lot of
appreciate
fun,
it.
man.
It's such a good time.
Frank Falia, ladies and gentlemen, go check him out on Facebook. All right, so we're done. What do we got today? Joey Petroni's show is not on today. This week it's on
going to be on
Thursday
Thursday night.
at 7.
Yes.
So what's on today? Is there domestic? We don't know if domestic disturbance is on tonight, do we?
We have Chris Roach.
Oh, hockey.
Mm-hmm.
Not another pucking podcast. Comedians on hockey with
5 o'clock.
with Chris Roach, John Truson, and Anthony DiDomenico at 5.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
then-
that's it for the night.
Unless
it's domestic
maybe
disturbance.
domestic disturbance at
Yeah.
9:30. We'll try to
Whose,
find out.
show is Domestic Disturbance.
Keegan and
Oh,
Tim.
yes.
Yeah,
And
Carla
Paula.
and Tim Saliani.
Okay.
And of course, and I'm leaving out our special today that's coming up at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, 2 o'clock we have a Leo
Right,
special.
We're talking to
Billy Joel.
2 members of Billy Joel's very first touring band. Today is the 50th anniversary of Billy Joel doing his very first
Are
concert.
you talking to Liberty DeVito?
No, we're talking to
The
his
guys
original
before him.
band. Liberty DeVito came later, and he became like the known guy. But these guys were there. They were there for the very first concert Billy Joel ever did.
Interesting.
Like the bass player did. Remember, like Traveling Prayer, like the bass, like dun 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 dun, like he, like that type of thing. Shut up.
Larry Russell is the bass player. The drummer is Reese Clark. They went on to do other things. Larry Russell played with Ace Frehley from Kiss. The drummer Reese Clark. He did a lot of work with Hoyt Axton. You guys remember the country singer? No, you have no idea what I'm talking about.
Hoyt.
I don't.
Hoyt. I think he also may have played with James Taylor. He worked with a bunch of people. So that's at 2 o'clock. We're going to be, Elio Pace will be joining us from England. So we'll be talking to them at 2 o'clock. They'll be sharing some memories of playing with Billy Joel 50 years ago. So so there's some cool stuff going on today.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thanks again, pal.
No, thank you guys.
Don't be a
Appreciate it.
stranger. Get your ass back in here soon.
I will.
Cool.
Maybe one of these days I'll just pop in.
Oh, open invite, pal.
Yeah,
open invite.
anytime.
The pop in. Everyone loves to pop in.
Everyone loves to pop in. And then, and of course, we're not here tomorrow. It's Wednesday. Sally and I are here tomorrow, but don't forget Donversations tomorrow night at 7:30 with our pal Don Sill. And then Sally, are you back on Thursday with me or no?
No, because you have guests.
You can't come in. It's Tim Saliani. He's not a guest.
Oh, right. So it's Tim and then
And who? It's just Tim.
and then Friday of Andy.
Friday I'm with Andy, yeah. But so you're not coming in then either? What do you have
I don't
against
know.
Andy? Why are you mad at him?
I love them both, but like I don't know, like I have things to like get ready for the surgery stuff, so.
Look, you couldn't even finish that. You have nothing to do.
I have a lot to do actually. I have to get the house set because
Get the house set, yes.
You people are gonna have to like do what I do, which holy balls, people. Like I'm worried for all of you.
You are full of
I'm
it.
so worried for all of you.
I do the dishes and the laundry just as much as you do.
And I had to redo the dishes.
You didn't have to. You chose.
He's upstairs. He's loading the dishwasher, and then like he goes upstairs into the loft and he's working, and I'm like rearranging everything without him, and all of a sudden I hear from upstairs, "You dick." I'm like,
No, my wife knows. Like
I could fit like 1,000 more things
yeah,
in.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. If I told my wife, I said if I do that and I don't do it as much as I should as far as doing the dishes and stuff. But I said if I do that and you come and rearrange it, I'll never do it again.
I know.
That's an insult.
I was
kick
trying to
in the
be
dick.
quiet, but it was funny. All I hear is like I think I'm getting away with it, and all of a sudden I hear "You dick."
She can't just be grateful she has a husband
So
that'll
I have
actually
three-
do it.
Three
Yeah,
pots
no,
and
he's
two
helpful.
glasses in there. It doesn't matter. As far as I'm concerned, that's
Yep.
a full load.
Dick. All right, everybody enjoy the rest of your Tuesday.
All right.
We'll see you guys later. See ya.
Okay, bye.